I waited 40 years to see Paris, then got in the wrong car. A gold charm bracelet, cashmere, and the Neiman Marcus version of Javier Bardem. In 2017, my 18-year marriage ended and my mother died. All the while, Gwyneth Paltrow was on every podcast, retelling her father's words to her at 14, on their way to France. I want you to see Paris for the first time with a man who will always love you, no matter what. Fuck off, Gwyneth. My mom saw Paris lots with her father, the Colonel. She grew up traveling the world with her parents, marking milestones with a gold charm, Italy, Japan, a tiny Arc de Triomphe, a Cocker Spaniel whose head bobs up and down, and a gold circle engraved with 47 Rue du Val d'Or, the St. Cloud apartment where she spent her formative years. As a child, I twirled the charms in my hand until the gold warmed under my fingers. It wasn't just a trinket I hoped to inherit, it was aspirational. I would go to Paris too. By 6, I knew we weren't starting from the same gate. My mom had 2 parents, I had 1. Her father's work took the family to formal dinners in the Philippines. My mom's work took us to the welfare office, where Genevieve stamped our paperwork blankly. Mom grew up in a house with a formal sitting room and a maid. I grew up in an apartment complex with creepy neighbors and a chain-link fence. Still, the charm bracelet insisted, "Your prince is coming, and he'll show you the world." By 10, I'd been to Oklahoma City and Dallas. By 20, I'd seen the inside of Lew Sterrett and Garland County jails. By 22, I was in recovery, with a bad dye job and a chip on my shoulder. At 39, my first passport arrived for Costa Rica, where my husband was filming a documentary. Paris had been promised more than once over the years. C'est la vie. In 2018, on a first date with a man named Jim, he noticed my mother's charm bracelet. When I told him about 47 Rue du Val d'Or, he said, "I'll fly us first class to Paris." 3 years later, we'd been to Boise, Idaho, camping. After breaking things off, Paris felt forever away. Would I find a man to fly me there? Without fanfare, a new idea emerged. Paris didn't require a companion. I could take my own goddamn self. I researched subway maps, Louvre hours, and safety tips for women traveling alone. Watch for pickpockets, avoid scams. I was street smart, but not avenue smart, so I paid close attention. After 40 years, and an 11-hour flight, I was in France. To my left, a taxi line packed tight with rolling bags and frayed French tempers. In front, men in skinny ties held placards for Monsieur Kella, Monsieur Leroy. One man caught my eye, tilted his head. "The Universal need a ride?" I nodded. "Oui, look at me," bypassing the taxi line. I had a driver. I handed him the address of my pied-à-terre in the 16th arrondissement, as he rolled one of my bags toward the car. He took the other, dropped them into the trunk, and opened the back door. I slid in, and only then